like that. California screaming, got it. LA and Long Beach are among the least affordable cities in the world for home buyers. I got it. That's from the LA Times. Altman Brothers real estate owner Josh Altman joins me now. Okay, Josh, I'm going to depart from the script. If these areas are so expensive, why don't people move just 100 miles south to San Diego? Much better climate, much better government, and affordability. What do you think?
Well, listen, you're talking to a Los Angeles resident for about 25 years, Stuart. It's no longer the American dream. It's more like the American nightmare trying to afford a home. Yeah. Housing affordability, it's measured by the median home price divided by the median household income. And typically in a healthy market, we like to see about 3 to 4 times your income to spend on a property. LA and Long Beach, you ready for this, Stuart? 9 to 13 times your income in order to afford a house. Now, we're not just stacked up at the top of the list here in this country. We're talking about being up there with Hong Kong, Vancouver, Sydney, Australia. I mean, this is outrageous. But, you know, on average, you got about California spending about 50% of their income on homes. And you really have to look at why this happens, Stuart. You have high demand, you have low supply, you have land scarcity, and you put all that together in a bow, and you're going to have people not being able to afford homes for a very long time.
I knew California, I knew San Diego very well, and it's a real good alternative to Los Angeles, but I'll move on.
Well, we just opened our Altman Brothers office in Rancho Santa Fe. Love San Diego.
Rancho Santa Fe, what a lovely place that is. I know it well. All right. Mark Zuckerberg, he's the latest California billionaire to relocate. Actually, he's going to Florida. He's worried about this wealth tax that are no doubt coming. And my colleague sitting next to me, Lou Basnese, he's done some studying here. 7 of the top 10 billionaires in California have gone, taking with them $856 billion worth of wealth. That's extraordinary. That's a real exodus.
Yeah, that's about 7 or 8 clients I just lost, Stuart. Look, there is no confidence in California for these people. They don't even want to take the chance of waiting to see if this wealth tax passes. But let's just look at Florida in general compared to California here. State income tax in California, 13%. State income tax in Florida, 0. Just off of that, Mark Zuckerberg is going to spend, he's going to save about $300 to $400 million a year. So him going down to Florida, spending $150 million on a house, that costs him nothing. That house will be free by the end of the year. But let's really look at this here, because it's not just about taxes. It's about capital efficiency. It's about political positioning. It's about asset protection. It's about geographical optionality, all of this stuff. When Mark Zuckerberg leaves and he moves to Florida, it's not because he wants to go and tan by the beach. Okay, this is very strategic.
Is he resented? He and the other billionaires who have left, are they resented because they're taking their money with them? They made their money in California and now they're going.
Resented? I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, one more question about San Diego. You're opening an office in Rancho Santa Fe. Have you seen a lot of LA people go to San Diego?
Yeah, I'm seeing a one-way highway going down to Newport Beach, San Diego. That's why we opened those offices, and I love it. I got a lot of confidence in those markets.
Congratulations. It's great to have you on the show, Josh. Come and see us again, please. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Stuart.
You got it.